everybody. I'm going to go ahead and go through the DIY oil face wash. Hopefully you've had a chance to see my facial comparison. I have dolled myself up. I have makeup on, but I wanted to just share my reasoning and kind of how I was introduced to the oil face wash. At first, the idea of putting oil on my face to cleanse, it made absolutely no sense. I was introduced to the idea through simply researching the best thing for acne prone, breakout prone faces, or skin. And my goodness, you can definitely open up a can of worms when you're trying to find the best results, whether you research or seek out through social media requests or if you research on the web. I've tried a variety of different skin type or skin lines, and the biggest thing that really kept me from continuing on with a certain product was cost. And maybe I do foresee in the future cost not being the largest of factors for me to consider when I am researching or looking into a any type of product. But for right now, I do really have to be considerate of our budget. And so trying to keep up with a monthly regimen or something like that just wasn't going to work for our family when I was definitely in the need. And so that's what got me to researching, and I came across oil face wash, which really intrigued me. And after doing the research, pretty much it's the idea of pulling the using the oil to pull the oils out of your skin naturally, and then it helps to balance like pH and essentially cleanse your skin from the inside out. And the first thing that really had to be a factor was what I eat, what I put into my body, and then how it came out, because whatever goes into my body was then going to flush out. So if I'm eating things that aren't favorable for my body, it's going to come out in my skin in an unfavorable way. So changing the way that you eat to be more of a whole foods lifestyle is definitely going to be a benefit to you. The other thing is using, making sure that you're cleansing your face at the end of the night. Using skin products that are favorable and I guess sensitive to your, as far as the ingredients. So for instance, the makeup that I use is definitely something that I find worth spending a little bit more money on, because number one, I'm not buying it every month, and then number two, because I'm using makeup that is aligned with what I believe as far as taking care of my skin. So, but I do need to wash that off at the end of the day, because we have residue that's been built up through whatever we've exposed ourselves to. Most oftentimes for me, I have 3 boys, dirt. Dirt is part of what's on my face oftentimes. Paint, poop, whatever you want to consider for the day. So let me go ahead and get into the actual practicalness of how you make the face wash. It is so easy and so user-friendly. I did start with going conservative as far as how much I use. So I bought a little tiny, you can get these like at the Dollar Tree or in any of the travel section of whatever store you choose to use. And usually they come in a 3-pack. You are going to win majorly if you can find one that has an actual pump. Anytime I see the little travel kits at the Dollar Tree or 99-cent store or Walmart or Target, I buy the little travel packs just because I like the pump. That's my favorite thing, because I only have to use 1 pump of this. But the alternative is this, and then of course you're just going to pour about a dime size, no more than maybe a nickel. Super small amount. The biggest thing is, the main factor is castor oil is what you're using as your base. Castor oil is very, very cleansing. A lot of people have heard of castor oil when you're trying to induce pregnancy, and what ends up happening is you get the runs. So that's how it cleans out your face. Okay, so let's start with castor oil. Sorry about my little guy there screaming in the background. That's part of my life. Welcome to it. So there are a variety of different oils that you can blend with it, but you always want to make sure that you have your castor oil. the oil that I chose to go with is sweet almond oil. And the reason for that is because it is for all skin types, especially if you're dealing with oily skin. There are other ones that you can choose, like a jojoba or avocado. Let me see here. Oh, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, olive oil. Any of those things are great options. You want to make sure that you're getting the quality of the oil. Like, you don't want to buy your castor oil or your any of the other carrier oil that you're going to use, like maybe not at the Dollar Tree. You want to definitely get a better quality. I get mine like at Sprouts, that type of thing. And then your castor oil, when you begin, you would start with, so depending on the skin type, you would go with, like, if you have like oily skin, you would go with 2/3 castor oil and then 1/3 of your other oil. So just depending on the skin type, I started with 2/3 castor oil and then used the 1/3 of almond oil. And then over time, I'm now evened. I have it blended to where it's even, like half parts. So you are going to, for optimal results, especially because the idea of putting oil on your face, like first thing in the morning, I don't know about you, but when you try to apply your makeup, you know, you have a little bit of sweat and then it will kind of sweat off. So washing your face at night is the way to go with using the oil face wash. If you have a night where you go to bed without your makeup, I would say use less of an amount to wash your face, and definitely use a washcloth on that time, because you don't want to have the residue to carry on for the day, especially if you're going to be wearing makeup. So just to show you, I wash my face at night and everything is, you know, dry as far as, like, there's not an oily type of consistency. It's very, the oil has absorbed into my skin, and it leaves my skin feeling very, very nicely. And just to give you an idea, I've been using this since October of 2013. So I am almost at 4 years of doing my face, using my face wash. So I love it that much. So I have my oil face wash already made, so I'm not going to make another one, but I'm just going to kind of like play it out for you. So for instance, if you were going to make it, you can even use a funnel, but just keep in mind that the oil through the funnel might kind of get stuck in there unless you wash it regularly, so you could just use a steady hand. What I would do, drop my oil, sorry. So for instance, I would pour, if you're going to do, start with using 2/3 of castor oil, I would go with 2 tablespoons of castor oil and 1 tablespoon of sweet almond oil or whatever choice oil that you choose to use. Mix it up, and my goodness, I'm just dropping things today. Mix it up, and then you have your face wash. Like I said earlier, this is half parts, equal, because my skin has now gotten used to this process, and I can do even parts. So I use I pump it all the way down, and I use that amount, and, you know, mix it up in my face. Use your ring finger to wash it all throughout. You can carry a washcloth in your shower to kind of just take any extra residue, but I use this for my makeup remover. I use this as my face wash. It also serves as a moisturizer. So the next morning, all I have to do when I wake up is wash my face with water, and then just go about my day, brush my teeth, and keep going. It also serves as a sunblock. So when I go out throughout the regular day, I don't need to apply sunblock. If I'm going to be in the sun, you know, exposing myself more than an hour or 2 hours, then yes, I'm going to apply further sunblock, just because I'm already doing it for my kids, and, you know, this is the only face that I have. But the times that if I don't wash my face at night and then I try to apply it in the morning, I definitely find that my skin is more prone to getting sunburned. Other than that, I can go out, and I'm out often throughout the day, especially in the sun, parks, walking, you know, very active with my kids, and I don't apply any sunblock to my face. So other than the oil face wash that I use. So I hope that kind of nutshells the oil face wash. I'm just trying to think. Castor oil must be your base. Start small, like I mentioned. Use one of these little containers here and just do 2 tablespoons of your castor oil and 1 tablespoon of whatever oil that you choose to use. Mix it up and then try it out. This isn't one of those types of things that you will try for 3 days. This is one of those things that you want to try using for a week and a month, and even take before and after pictures, and be patient. You are going to go through a breakout process just as you do with anything that you use. One thing that I found is that I still get breakouts, I still get pimples. I just find that as long as I don't pick on my face, you know, wait until shower time, pop whatever needs to be popped, cleanse my face, usually by the next morning it's already scabbed. And that was not the case historically with any other products that I used, especially not for spending, you know, let's just say 10 bucks here and $5 here, and essentially these lasting me over a year. So, you know, you kind of do the math and figure out what's going to be most cost effective for you. Yes, on the front end, you're going to spend, you know, 15 bucks, but on the back end, it's going to last you. This sweet almond oil usually lasts me 3 to 4 rounds of face wash, and the face wash itself lasts me about 3 to 4 months. So it has definitely been the best product that I've used for the best amount of price and with optimum results and very little maintenance. You know, trying to do a line that had like the makeup remover and then the cleanse and then the toner and then this and then that. I'm not knocking anybody who goes about things that route, but for me personally, I'm lucky if I wash my face every day. So this has helped me to be very diligent about washing my face every single day. As I mentioned, start small, and you want to go longer than trying it out for 3 days, and then washing your face at night is going to give you the optimum results that you want to see for the next day. Yes, you will go to bed with like an oily type feeling of face, but when you wake up, it will be soft, especially once you rinse your face off in the morning with water only. The adjustment is worth it. Like I said, I'm going on almost 4 years of using this on my skin, and I have not felt the most confident. One of my complexes was because I used to have breakouts where it was like 3, 4, 5 pimples in one, and so I had a lot of scars. And so over time, with using this, I no longer have scars. And I know you can't see as much, but I do still have some residual effects of kind of going so many years with picking on my face and that type of thing. But I really am, I will say I had one like right here that I ended up picking on that I shouldn't have, and that was in between this last week, and you can't even tell that it was there, and historically you would have been able to tell. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you're currently using and how you like it, and then when you plan to try this particular oil face wash, what do you have in your home already? Because a lot of people already carry castor oil in their home. So please share what you are currently doing as far as skin care goes, and then share if you have any of these products in your home if you plan to try it. And I hope this was helpful, and I will be sharing the recipe with everything that I just shared in comments below. Thank you.